And welcome back to the channel. On this video I'm riding the King Bull Light Rider 2.0 and I've got a jacket on. I'll show you the sleeve right here because it's cool out here. It's only 62 degrees as I record this video at around 9:30 in the morning. It was 54 degrees earlier on this morning, so this, since I've been here in the last 2 weeks, has been the coolest it's been here yet. But on this video, I wanted to talk about possibly saving money for those who want to buy an e-bike. And the Electric Bicycle Incentive Kickstart for the Environment E-Bike Act. It's currently under proposal. This is a federal situation, so it would mean everyone. And it's got a few, if it goes through, there's a few things to keep in mind. So let's talk a little bit about this and I'll give you what I know, or some of it. I'll just kind of, I won't go through the whole thing like verbatim or anything, but I'll give you the gist of it. So basically, like most things, this is a tax credit, first of all. So it will be, it's not something you can get instantly. It's going to be something that will be, at tax time, will be where you put in for this. And like anything, or most things, they'll say, okay, it depends on income. But the income is pretty high, the threshold for this. So compared to some others, the threshold is going to be, get my camera straight here. So the threshold is going to be for a single person filing taxes. The maximum is $150,000, and then for a joint income tax, it's $300,000. So $150,000 for single, $300,000 for a couple. Now, not a lot of us make that kind of money, so most of us, I would say, are going to qualify for this. And those who make too much, well, you make enough that it probably shouldn't matter. You should be able to do it. Anyway, for those who do qualify for this, though, so there's a few other things too I want to mention about this. So another one would be, I don't know if there's a minimum of how much the bike can cost. It didn't say anything about a minimum, but there is a maximum. So how it's going to work is you'll get 30% of whatever the bike costs you, up to a max. The bike cannot exceed the price of $8,000. So I don't know too many people out there that are buying an e-bike above $8,000, but if you are, well, I think you'll get credit up to 8 and not beyond, but I'm not sure if it has to fall within this range. But there is that. I'm not sure where I'm going. I'm just going to ride around. But so one of the other situations will be where it has to be a bike that is in the list, which I do not know yet which bikes are going to qualify. A kid on a go-kart, cool. And that distracted me. That was pretty cool, but I don't know if you're supposed to be able to, or allowed to ride that on the road, but oh well, we have a wide bike lane. But anyway, getting back to our topic. So it has to qualify in the list of bikes that they have that qualify for this tax credit. So I don't know, it's probably going to be, I suspect, the bigger name companies. And a few other things. One thing is it's going to have to be The battery has to be UL certified. Maybe the whole bike, I don't know, but at least the battery for sure. Which I think we're moving in that direction anyway, which is a good thing, right? We want safety. We want batteries that aren't going to be dangerous and explode on us or anything like that. So I'm okay with that. I like the fact if the whole bike is certified and good to go. You know, it gives you a little bit more maybe peace of mind, especially when you hear things on the news, you know, where e-bike fires and all that. So of course there's nothing that's 100% guaranteed, but it does give you that little bit extra peace of mind, I would say. What else can I tell you about it? I think there's a limit. Now I'm trying to remember on this. I think there's a limit that you can only do this once per 3 years is another thing, which is fine. But if you're in a household, a couple, you get 2 because you each get a separate one, right? So I'm going to go here because you each count as a single person even though you're in the same household. So I think that's good. There was another thing I wanted to tell you. Yes, I thought of it now because I'm doing this all off the top of my head. I don't have any notes or anything like that. I wish I did because it'd be easy to read off. But the other one was if your state or local government has an additional incentive program going on, you can also add that. That will be an addition. It's not gonna change this one. So my understanding is, so for example, this bike I'm riding now, right now I think is going on sale for $1,000 right now, right? So if you were to do the tax incentive or tax credit for this bike, it would be $700, which is fabulous. This is a really nice bike. And so you would get the $300 off or 30%. So if your state also had, say they had a 30% credit, well, you'd take another 30%. I guess you'd take the 30% off of the $700 after you take the first 30% off. So that would take it down, what, another $210. You'd get the bike for $490. Boy, that would be. Now there's a way if they want to get people on e-bikes, do that. Have incentives, double incentive like that. That would be awesome. Hey, is this allowed in Tennessee? He's in my bike lane, parked. Don't know if that's allowed, but he's doing it, and he's still there. So anyway, my question to you, I have a poll up too on my community page about this very topic, whether you'd be into buying a bike if you knew that you were going to get a tax credit of up to $1,500 for an e-bike. Would you be into buying it? I checked the poll before I came out here. It hasn't been up very long because I'm recording this video. I'm going to put it up here in the same day. And I think 2/3 or 3/4, I think it was actually, 3/4 of the responses were yes, they will buy one, or they already have an e-bike but they would upgrade. So that's what the viewers have said so far. So if you go to my community page, you'll see the poll there. Please go ahead and participate. I want to see your response and how this plays out. I think it's going to play out in the way it's going now, which I kind of suspected that people are going to say, oh yeah, especially first-time buyers. You know, maybe they've been reluctant for who knows what reasons, but the big reason would be financially, right? The price of a bike. So I think between that and people that just want to upgrade and get a nicer second bike or third bike, because like I've said in the past, once you get one bike, you kind of figure out, well, what you want to get on the second bike that the first bike doesn't do or doesn't do well. And so that's why I think buying a first bike is probably, don't go crazy and buy the most expensive bike out there or anything like that. I think kind of do the old trial and error thing. Here I'm on a road with no bike lane again. I'm going to go down here though. But yeah, I would recommend anybody that's buying an e-bike for the first time, don't blow the brains out on the cost of a bike and go crazy. I would just buy something, you know, decent, and then if you see that the bike isn't doing everything that you want it to do, then go ahead and do the upgrade. I would definitely take it easy, because unless you absolutely know what you're looking for and you have that all settled, then that's fine. But otherwise, I would definitely just take it easy on my first bike, like I did. Like I didn't know too much about e-bikes when I first got into this, right? 6 years ago. And I bought the Rad Rover 4. I've told this story several times, but I just picked a bike that was reliable, that got good, you know, it got good reviews and all that, and I felt comfortable with that, so I went for it. And then after that, I knew I wanted something that had more get up and go for hills, because I lived in a hilly area, and here seems to be not bad. I haven't gone too far away yet, but in my riding around now, hills are not that bad yet. So that's good. I prefer a more flat ride myself, but can't always have that. But anyway, yeah, then I got the Aerial Rider Grizzly, which that's another story for another day where that's going. I'm still keeping an eye on that situation, but that bike is currently sold out, and it's been that way for a long time, and I still think that there's a new model coming out. But nothing yet. They only have one bike at the moment, Aerial Rider, that they're selling. Even the Kepler's not available right now, so. But yeah, I got the dual motor Aerial Rider Grizzly to get me up hills. So definitely let me know your thoughts on this situation in the comments. And what do you think, especially if you can combine the tax credit for the federal with a state one or a local one, and you get two. At least that's from what my understanding on what I read on it. That would be a real good situation, you know, a good deal for anybody that's looking to get, especially a first bike. So let's say you had a 30% from the federal and you had a 20% from the state. That's a 50%. So if you were eyeing a $2,000 bike, you could get that bike for $1,000. I say yes, sir. Sign me up. I'm gonna honk at these people. I knew the kids would like that little horn. That's pretty cool. The brother pulling the sister along. I assume they're brother or sister. It's cool out here, but I like it. You can't get too used to this because our temperatures are going back up. Like today is going to be in the low 80s. It's just cool this morning. But I see in the future here we got a stretch of all 90s coming in, and the normal high, I was checking it out for this time of year for here in Tennessee, this part of Tennessee anyway. I'm just outside of Memphis, about 21 miles. The average temperature daytime high for this time of year is 89 degrees, so right around 90. So this is last couple of days here we've been in the 70s. I think yesterday only got to 73, which is really quite a bit below normal. But I'm going to enjoy this day. All right, that's going to do it for this video. I wanted to talk a little bit about, that's 2026 if I didn't mention this incentive. So it's going to be for 2026. And it hasn't been voted on. It's been proposed and there's been no final vote on this yet or not. So let's hope it goes through, and I think it's going to give the e-bike world a nice shot in the arm, a good boost. So hopefully, fingers crossed that this goes through. So that's going to do it for this video. There's another look at the King Bull Light Rider 2.0 as I hop off the bike. Really nice bike. I like it. So if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. We're getting very close to 5,000. Let's push it over 5,000. That would be cool. If you would like to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And also, if you want to leave a comment on this video or any others that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe, everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.